Alrighty, guys. Welcome. Not doing a live stream today. I'm just doing a quick little video overview for you guys. I know it's been a crazy week, and we got a ton to go over this week. It's only Tuesday, but we've already had an unreal week with everything going on. So I just decided to hop on, do a quick video instead of a live stream. I'm just gonna run it all the way through. It's gonna have the same live stream feel. But I'm just gonna do just record it just for you patrons, just for this today, guys. So today we're gonna be covering we got CME futures on Ethereum, not as bad news as people may think they are. Which crypto apps are based on Ethereum, dApps, known as dApps, decentralized finance. We're gonna be diving deep in decentralized finance because that is something that is becoming significantly important. And then also we're going to hop on Elon and Tesla's breakdown of the podcast of, the investment strategy that he went for his $1.5 billion investment in Bitcoin, 15% of Tesla's cash asset reserves. So money they have on the side, just not knowing what to do with, and, to grow their company wealth-wise, with that excess cash that they have. So yeah, first we're going to hop into Elon's business venture. Business venture that he is going on with Bitcoin. So first we're gonna I don't know why it's looking like that, but no worries, we're gonna full screen it. So first we got a podcast up front, which I'll link in the Patreon for you guys to read. It's pretty short, it's only about 22 minutes, but I don't know if you guys have heard of, oh my goodness, what is it called? I think it's like Chat Room, or oh my goodness, it's like it's a whole new thing to where people are coming into podcasts and listening to whether it be famous people or regular people. It's kind of like a whole group Zoom podcast, I feel, and I really enjoyed it. I've hopped in one and I've done it, and I think it's super awesome. So Elon's Tesla investment of $1.5 billion, just off of CoinDesk, what they're writing, just off some quick notes for what they said. The podcast holds more of the information than majority of the reading, but how Elon got to this moment excluded his exchanges with MicroStrategy, with Michael Saylor. Actually, to quote on this, Michael Saylor last week, I don't know if you guys remember what we talked about, that Michael Saylor actually ended up having a press conference with over 1,400 institutional investors for getting their edge and getting their better understanding of what Bitcoin is, how this is going to benefit their company, how this is going to be good for their companies in the long run. So Michael Saylor went forward and presented this massive presentation to all these companies, and one of the executives who was in the crowd was Tesla, and I believe Elon was there, and there was some talk after that they had a private phone call. This happened yesterday of Elon investing, so 2 days ago, about 48 hours ago, so that would be on the 7th, so on Sunday, that having Michael Saylor and Elon had this talk, and gone through the details, got through the nitty gritty, and Elon went forward and went ahead and purchased. So what does that mean for everyone else? So I mean, moving forward, that's a huge step in the realm, just for the facts of, you have the richest man in the world, number one. You have probably the most experienced, if not the best, entrepreneur of our time right now, Elon, basically stepping into Bitcoin water and saying, hey, the water's fine. Come take a step in. You don't have to put all your money into this, but give this something a try. Stop being so scared of, change. Pretty much is what he's saying. And I just think this is freaking awesome, the way he approached it and the way he did it. $1.5 billion, that is a lot of money. Do not get me wrong. If we're going to go back and look, I'm going to pull up the just Bitcoin chart. I believe we were up 8,000. Let's see, oh my goodness, let's go to trading view. Awesome, let's go to trading view, and oh man. And then we're gonna go to the full-fledged chart. We have never seen anything like this, of this magnitude at all. Go to the 6 month. Let's see, just the fib chart. Let's see where our Fibonacci is. Let's see, day to range, long position. Oh my goodness. Fibonacci retracement. Let's see what we got there. So, and then keeping going over the Tesla details within the article, not only was it just Elon who was exposed, like I said earlier, there were thousands of other, individuals there from different companies and different realms, hedge funds, investment strategies, anyone who is high of net worth and of importance was at this meeting. So just going over some key points. Elon's relationships with crypto has been positive in the upcoming weeks and pretty much the past coming years. You may have noticed him tweet about Dogecoin. He's a big believer in cryptocurrency. He's been like this for a while. Kathy Wood, which I mentioned a lot. Kathy Wood is one of the she's the ARK Invest main hedge fund manager. She is by far probably one of the best hedge fund managers I've ever seen in my entire life. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she continues to kill it every time. She's been crypto friendly for I couldn't even tell you how long, years and years now. And when she got the green light to take that Bitcoin initial investment with ARK, she took it. So I believe her portfolio out of outperforming over majority of hedge funds. I'll have to find the chart for you guys, but I believe the average hedge fund reported back with a 30, maybe outperforming the S&P of 20%. I know the average is 10%, but I think if you want to say if you had a great year as a hedge fund manager, you could say you're at 15, maybe 20. I know Kathy was up at least over 75%, over 100%, just from the exposure of Bitcoin and just the power it has for moving up. And of course, it does move down. It can move down violently, but the quickness and the volatility it has of it, it can go up just as fast as it goes down. So I don't want to stick on this much any longer, guys. I'll link the podcast for you guys if you guys want to continue listening, or if you guys want to dive deeper into Elon's side of his Tesla venture. But I think I covered mostly everything I wanted to with you guys on this. This is unbelievable news for the crypto space. Probably the best news we have had all year long, by far, and if not the past couple years for sure. So quick, I also wanted to hop into Ethereum. I just wanted to cover this just slightly, just for a second. So we're gonna kind of briefly go over decentralized finance again, dApps, all this, because this is becoming so massive. It's regularly picking up. It's becoming more and more talked about. It's becoming less and less taboo. Really, and I wouldn't even say really taboo. It's just a lot of people do not understand where this comes from. So just hopping over to the drawing chart, I'm gonna try to explain this a little bit simpler, also for your new guys out there and new guys and girls. But you usually, so you got BTC at the top, the king. So most people think Bitcoin is everything. There's nothing else. That's it. Bitcoin, blockchain, all connected, all one thing. Wrong. That's not true at all. So usually when you start off at Bitcoin, you start here. And then usually you'll probably venture off into Ethereum at some point, as that is the heir to the throne of the Bitcoin right now. That's the second most popular cryptocurrency asset in the world right now, and in terms of market cap and size, this still holds true till this day and probably will continue. So usually when you go down the rabbit hole, you would start off with, hey, I understand BTC. This is pretty cool. I like this blockchain technology. This is very interesting. What makes this blockchain technology run and what makes it so efficient? And then boom, that gets you to your first question right here. So now you go down to Ethereum. So you're like, okay, what is Ethereum? What does this do? Why is this so important? And why is it not valued as much as Bitcoin? And, we've covered times and times and times again on this channel and, in this Patreon, why Ethereum is important. And we're going to go back and connect those to decentralized finance in just a second. And I'm going to explain to you how, even deeper, how, this can even, come into play and be even better. And then, once you understand Ethereum and you understand the grasp of Ethereum, then you can move to decentralized finance. So DeFi, pretty much in a way. So just in the way we explained, if I pull up, if I pull up my Patreon real quick, I believe we went over this chart plenty of times, but I have it in the Patreon right now. Let's take a look at my post and pull this up just slightly, ever so slightly, so you get you all pulled up. Scroll down, we got a lot going on here. Perfect. And I know if we map this even better, here, I'm gonna move this just over here. I'm gonna have this cover up. Yes. Oops. There we go. Awesome. So, and then if we look just like we talked about earlier this week or last week with the web connections, through Ethereum, we can see the immense magnitude this has with connecting the entire decentralized finance market. So not only is Ethereum an asset and technology that is evolving, this is something that is it basically plays the role of a massive supercomputer. So this is going to be the new way of how the internet is going to be structured. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those are not decentralized platforms. In the future there will be decentralized social media. There will be decentralized means that there will be no need for a third party control. It'll just be peer to peer. So I just wanted to get that over there just to show that these levels, you got level 1, level 2, level 3, that each levels that you go deeper within cryptocurrency each have a specific role. Store value, And then now you're digging deeper than the store value. Now you're also digging deeper in store value and future technology investment. And then not only are you going from that to decentralized finance, now you're going to the next step in financial evolution. Pretty much in the stay. So yes, this is all speculative, I guess, if you want to say, but giving over the past few weeks and the adoption that we've had from high net worth individuals, it's becoming clearer and clearer now that the excuse of I don't know enough, this is a scam, is becoming irrelevant now. It's becoming inappropriate to, not inappropriate. It's becoming inappropriate for people to give that excuse of, this is a scam, this is a sham, when the richest man in the world has now put 15% of his assets and from his company into Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency space. And he also, Elon did come out and say that this move by them, it was so drastic for their company and, their belief in, them coming into the cryptocurrency space, that them wanting to get out of this space, if they wanted to rug pull or do anything of getting out of Bitcoin, it would actually hurt Tesla further, deeper, and it would hurt them more in the long run, in the short term, to pull out of Bitcoin. So if that doesn't give any sort of security for you guys, then I guess I must be doing my job wrong. I must not be giving the best articles or information, because it's on a sealed deal, but that's a 99.9888888 point something. That is just something that, it is truly amazing. So hopping away from that, I just wanted to really cover, over just a quick decentralized finance. I'm gonna link this also in the Patreon, but I'm gonna go through it as well. I just want to scroll through and show you guys all the apps and all the decentralized finances. Decentralized finance tokens and projects that are working on top of Ethereum's platform. It truly is. It's truly amazing. I do own a couple of these projects myself. I believe heavy. Uniswap is a big one for me. Decentralized exchange, which is another great one, just like we covered in the mapping section. You can go back to there and review that, and that should make a lot more sense. Aave, Chainlink, look at all these apps, guys. All these platforms are on top of the Ethereum network. All of these additional types of blockchain dApps. You got local Ethereum, Ox. Let's see what else we got. Gollum. A lot of these, you haven't heard of. Some of these I haven't heard of either. But I just wanted to expose your mind to how much Ethereum supports these tokens and these projects. Without Ethereum, there would be 60% of the market would be gone. And I mean, just having Bitcoin would be great, but we're developing a deeper centralized unit and apps deeper than just a store of value. We're trying to change the way of people, do finances, do social media, do engagement. Like I've said time and time again, we've had, this A tunnel to where everyone floods into this A tunnel, and it gets jammed, and we can't all move through this A tunnel with we can't put finance, social media, governments, we're all trying to fit through this this A media. We need that B pipeline. I'm not saying that of course we won't ever replace the dollar or anything like that, but this digital age is coming, and the time for sectioning off into Section B is now becoming appropriate. The A funnel is nice, it's good, but it's becoming old and rusted, and it's starting to fall apart. And now we're developing this B tunnel to make an alternative exit plan while we try to get the A tunnel back on track, if that makes sense. I doubt the government is going to want to throw all these efforts out of the window, just from a pandemic that has been very, very bad, but also has provided a lot of issues that we need to move. That has provided a lot of issues that are now present that we can fix through cryptocurrency that had became more obvious, if that made sense. I know my words kind of got jumbled up there, but really just wanted to play that out for you guys. So lastly, guys, I just wanted to hop into Apple. Apple, should they launch their own crypto, or will they launch their own crypto? So inside scoop is that after Elon did his massive dump in Bitcoin, that there was a lot of institutional FOMO. There was a lot of phone calls made from hedge funds, owners, others individuals who were like, "Yo, we gotta get in this." No one wants to be the last person getting crypto. No hedge fund, no big person wants to be the last. No one wants to be the first, and no one wants to be the last. That is 100% true. Always remember that. So there are talks being made, there are phone calls being made, and there are people that are speculating that Apple is going to be the next in the game. And if that is true, there's been an estimate of $5 billion that possibly Apple would be dropping into Bitcoin or XO cryptocurrency. With that being said, $5 billion. If you know anything about Apple, they have a ton of money. just an absolute ridiculous amount of money. And that $5 billion would be absolutely game changing. So pushing us past 6 figures for a Bitcoin is pretty much locked in. It's pretty much locked in. If this were to come around, Elon itself, he started a whole ripple tsunami wave of FOMO that cannot even be, that honestly really can't even be grasped, just because I'm not a hedge fund and I'm not, up in those big meetings. But also rumors exchange that Apple just also putting their money, 5 billion possibly in cryptocurrency, that they would at soon point do a cryptocurrency wallet. That would be their first move into the game, instead of possibly dropping money. And honestly, that would be a good move. I think that'd be a great move. I can't tell you how many people have iPhones. Can't tell you how many people use Apple Pay. I can't tell you how many people just have Apple products in general. The wallet integration with Apple that'd be probably game changing. Honestly, in my opinion, that would be something that not only is introducing people who don't know about crypto into cryptocurrency in such a subtle way, to where it is basically a learning tutorial at that point, but also comes into an amazing way of just adoption. I mean, really just adoption. I can never imagine, the amount of, support Mr. Cook has, and, the amount of influence, they have had in the world, that, people listen to Apple. People listen day in and day out. They said at their conferences, they ask Mr. Cook for advice. They look at Apple strategies, their advertisements, their marketing, their products. People try to replicate almost anything Apple does. And so just the fact that, they're doing the same, if not, they're going to do the same as Tesla, and, hop in the water and say, hey, this water's fine, come take a step in. This is not something to be afraid of. This is just the change that we're moving towards, and this is new, just like they did in the internet. Like I said last week, I don't know who I was talking to, but I wasn't alive, of course, for the internet boom, but I had heard time and time again that the same thing happened with Facebook, Google, Windows, Microsoft. All of this happened to where companies were banning. Were either banning the internet, they were banning the use of social media, they were banning all these uses because people are afraid of change. People don't like change, and they don't like not understanding fully, what they're getting themselves into. And that's a majority of people. People enjoy they enjoy the regular schedule. They don't like incorporating something new. But sadly, there are things that you can't stop that are going to be coming. So if you want to stop the internet, you couldn't stop the internet if you wanted to. You could have sat there and fought and done your petitions and done whatever you needed to do for the next 8 to 10 years and tried to stop the internet's growth, but you couldn't. There are just some things that you cannot stop. And honestly, guys, I think that's where I'm going to hop off there. I think I kind of drilled it into your heads enough for that instance. I just want to make sure I covered everything. I think I really did. I wanted to make this kind of quick, kind of short, quick little 30-minute, 40-minute analysis, of the articles today, just because I didn't really get the live stream squeezed in today. But thank you guys so much. My name is Trent Manager. If you're looking to join the Patreon, I will have the Patreon link down in the description for wherever I post this. And those who are in the Patreon, make sure you guys share. If you have any family members or anyone who wants to, hire their education in this. Also, guys, pay attention just for my patrons. Let me show you guys this real quick. I got some scheduled readings coming, or some articles. I know one already dropped today, but I got a blockchain game that I found very, very helpful, just from my as you guys know, I'm still taking my blockchain management development class, and I got my certification test here in the next couple weeks. Like I said, I think 14-week course, or however long the course is, I'm gonna have to double check. But one of the games that we did is this hands-on video instruction, and also it's not a written game, but it's kind of like an Excel spreadsheet game, and it really gets you dived into the blockchain, and it really gets you that understanding behind the scenes. And I know it's good to know the first layer, but I think knowing the stage 3 or stage 2 and stage 3 is also really important as well, because then you understand even deeper. It's just always good to know the in and outs. So, alrighty, guys, I'm gonna wrap up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Pay attention for the Patreon. I'll be posting, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Alrighty, guys, thanks so much. Bye bye.